I've done what it takes to be this guy. I've spent years and years in gyms slogging away, giving up everything else in my life. I'm here to do business. My business is coming in and smashing everyone in this division. And that involves smashing whoever the fuck they put in front of me.
V téhle váze je to zápas, který tady je potřeba, chybí. Jak jsem říkal, ty ostatní zápasníci jsou nudní.
Do you think he's underestimating the level of fighters in Octagon?
I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want. You're tall, motherfucker.
Gentlemen, we are here. Will Fleury, welcome to Octagon. You made a big statement with your signing video. You called out a lot of fighters. The one man to answer that call is the man sat opposite you now. How do you feel about that, and how excited are you to face off against DeeDee Skvor?
Yeah, I respect the fact that he took the fight. I didn't even mention DeeDee by name. I mentioned a lot of guys by name. Not many of them guys came back to me. Nobody, basically. DeeDee did. So I respect that. It shows he's ambitious. It shows he wants a challenge. But look, I know the level I'm at. I know what I'm here to do. I'm going to go and do a job on April 20th, and then we can get the ball rolling. I'm excited to show what I am here.
DeeDee, you saw the post. You responded to it. You've had Will Fleury in your sights for quite a while. Now you get to face him. You sat face to face with him. How do you see him as an opponent, and what is it going to be like to welcome him to Octagon?
Jak jsem říkal, na tiskovce za mě je to nejsilnější soupeř Octagonu a je to zábavný soupeř. Já chci nějakou výzvu, nezajímá mě Popek, Xavier, protože pro mě jsou to nudní zápasníci, co taktizujou. Fleury ho znám, dokonce trénoval jsem s jeho soupeřem Magicem Norbym, ale od té doby ho sleduju. Vím, že tam bylo nějaký těžký období, ale od té doby prostě makal, hře a pro mě je to challenge. Nikdo ten zápas nechtěl, takže jsme to vzali.
Well, when we spoke on the Octagon Hype podcast, you said you loved this fight. You said this is a fight that excites you because you can go and outstrike the striker.
Yeah.
You feel that you can do this with DeeDee Skvor, a man with his accolades, the glory kickboxing, all the stuff that's come before it, Octagon Underground champion. How do you see yourself outstriking this man, and what can he expect from you that he might be underestimating in the cage?
Well, look, I'm here to make an impression, to make a statement. To do that, you've got to knock people out. If you want to get the hype and the fans and everybody interested, it's got to be a viral clip. Knocking out a striker is that for me. So, DeeDee seems like a smart guy. I think he gets it. I'm here to make something big happen. I respect him for taking this fight big time, but I have to do what I have to do. And he's right. I'll take whatever opportunity I'm given. I'm not attached to anything emotionally. If I see something, I'll take it. Whatever I see, I will take. But I know my abilities. I know my level. I know what I can do. I can knock anybody out. I respect his striking background. I think he is I watched a lot of his glory fights after I signed. I didn't see you before much, to be honest. But I look at the guy and I go, okay, he's got a legit skill set here. You know, this guy's at a high level in what he's doing. Adapt that to MMA. I don't know if he's done the work to adapt that to MMA yet. And I'm here to exploit that.
What do you think of that? What do you think? Do you think that he's underestimating the work you've put in to become the MMA fighter you are now?
Nemyslím si, že mě podceňuje. Nemůže mě podceňovat pro svůj první zápas a vstup do Octagonu, ale má za sebou obrovskou MMA kariéru ve vysokých soutěžích, takže on si je vědom svých kvalit. Stejně jako já, když jsem dřív zápasil v postoji, prostě kde mám mnoho zkušeností, tak jsem věděl, proti komu jdu a uměl jsem to odhadnout. Nicméně moje práce je se na tohle připravit, být připravený na každý afekt jeho souboje a reagovat prostě jak nejlíp dokážu.
You've talked to me, Will, about who you are, not just in the cage, but outside the cage. People who know you say there's a line that you shouldn't cross, and that you yourself say, if you put me in a corner, you put me in a bad position, something will come out that you won't want. Describe to DeeDee what that would be like. If he puts you in that position, if he gets you on the back foot, or in any point where you are, you know, surviving in the cage, what can he expect from Will Fleury that you will
Very few people have ever been able to do that, to be honest. So, how many people have put my back to the wall? You watched my fight with Norbert. I got fucked in that fight. I fucked myself. What did I do? I stayed fighting. I stayed trying everything I fucking could to win. At the time, I didn't have the skill set to win that fight. I didn't know. There was no tactical awareness of how I was getting fucked up in that fight. Now I've gone away and become a different fighter. That was probably the best thing that's ever happened to me in a way. 10,000 of my own fans there watching me, I'm getting absolutely fucked. And yet all I want to do is go harder, go harder, go harder. And at the time, my only answer was go harder. So we see what happens when I get backed into a corner. I know what I am. I've proved what I am already. Can anybody put me there right now? It's been a long fucking time since somebody has. But if I am, I know the character that I have. But I would trust my skill set to not allow me to get put in those positions. The one thing I will say is, look, DeeDee's here and he's giving me amazing respect, yeah? Fair play. The reason I'm here and I'm so pissed off, and the reason I'm so fucking hungry and ambitious as a 34-year-old guy, I feel like I haven't been given that respect. I don't feel like a regional fighter. I don't feel like someone who should be fucking still trying to prove himself on a world stage. I've gone and done that in gyms plenty of times. The people around me know what I am, and I still fucking feel like, jeez, I get no fucking respect. I got respect here, so it's kind of like he's lulling me into a false sense of security or something, you know? But I know what I have to do to get to where I want to go, and I'm here to do that.
It feels very much like you are almost going to be defending Octagon and the light heavyweights here. From the call out we've had from Will Fleury, from the opening statement he made when he signed the contract. Do you think he's underestimating the level of fighters in Octagon? You've tasted, you've been in there and fought the likes of Pavel Langer. You've got some big wins on your record already. Do you think Will Fleury is underestimating what he's stepping into, not just in the cage with you, but in the light heavyweight division of Octagon?
Nemyslím si, že je podceňuje. Já na rovinu mám za sebou vítězství, ale to nebyla úroveň Fleuryho, nebyla prostě, to vím. Dělám bojový sporty 20 let. I'm doing 20 years martial arts. A takže prostě je si vědom svých schopností, je sebevědomý, nebude přece brečet a říkat ne, já to nedám, dejte mi slabšího, takže jako takhle to určitě nevidím.
Will, you've said this is the time I get to show who I am in Octagon. I haven't had the respect in other promotions with other fighters, with however it might be. This is the guy you're facing. Mm-hmm. This is the guy. He's got multiple finishes on his record. He's a big name in the Czech Republic right now. And you are the one that has stated it won't just be DeeDee Skvor that you will go through. One by one, you'll go through that top 5, that top 10, until you pull Carlos Vermola out of retirement and get to fight him. So the pressure that brings and the danger of this opponent, how does that feel?
It doesn't feel like pressure at all. It feels like a privilege. To be given the opportunity to be able to create that platform and do this, that's amazing. My whole career I've been waiting for something like this to come along. So look, you're saying he's giving me massive respect. And yeah, that's amazing. Great, thank you. I won't be lulled into a false sense of security. Emotionally, I don't have a problem with DeeDee. But this is business. I'm here to do business. My business is coming in and smashing everyone in this division. It always has been. That was never going to change, no matter if it was a guy who I liked, a guy who I hated. Once that cage door shuts and they bolt you, okay, cool. Now it's time. And it's not me hating you that's going to make me smash you. It's me wanting to get where I want to be. And I know where I want to be. And that involves smashing whoever the fuck they put in front of me.
Je to naše práce, tak na to koukám taky. Samozřejmě musíme ten zápas bude atraktivní. Měli by na to ty lidi koukat už jenom z toho důvodu, že Fleury je tvrdák, já jsem tvrdák. Fleury má dobrý aspekty komplexního MMA. Já samozřejmě tahám víc za ten postojářský konec, ale nicméně na to se musím připravit a je to pro mě výzva, takže mám 2 měsíce na to makat tvrdě a jít do toho a ukázat, že prostě jsem si to nevybral jen tak.
He's talked about the cage door shutting and you being inside there with him. But we have seen some huge performances of you. The win against Martin Zavada, Strompolis, the big finish there. What can Will Fleury, and tell him to his face, what can he expect from you when that cage door shuts? What has he got in store when he fights DeeDee Skvor?
Jak se zavřou dveře, je to, jak řekl, je to job. Jdu do toho, mě se to přepne v té kleci a je to prostě boj.
You talk about the skill sets, and I know you're a man who breaks down your opponents, right? You look at them and their career, their skill sets, their weaknesses, their strengths. What are the weaknesses of DeeDee Skvor?
There are plenty. And that's not a personal thing. But they're there. It's never personal. It's a job. And I've done what it takes to be this guy. I've spent years and years in gyms slogging away, giving up everything else in my life to be this guy. Now it's time I go and claim my reward to be this man. What are DeeDee's specific weaknesses? He knows them, you know. Like, he does, for a long guy, he doesn't cover distance amazingly well. He goes backwards in the wrong way. He doesn't defend his hips that well. There are certain times he gets out of position very easily. He buys feints a lot. But all of these, they're just opportunities. My job is to be so well trained by the time I get there, I don't even have to think. I just do it. I exploit that hole. It'll just be there and I'll see it. So I can list them now. In 7 weeks' time, there won't even need to be a list in my head. It'll just be an awareness.
So he's listed what he sees as your weaknesses. You've said this is the hardest fight you will ever have as an MMA fight. What weaknesses do you see in Will Fleury and the skill set that he's bringing against you?
Schopnosti jsou jasně daný. Je to výborný grappler, wrestler. Já jsem tady o to, abych se na to připravil a využil nějaký tvrdý counter útoky v té jeho snaze vlastně si mě podmanit. Takže také bude to kdo z koho. Bude to kdo si prosadí tu svoji hru.
The game, the most dangerous game you can play though, right? This is it between you two. Again, you're both big finishers. You're both people that always bring exciting fights. And this matchup is massive for the light heavyweight division, right? You're number 5 ranked. You're looking to get ranked in the division. He's mentioned opponents past you. Do you think that is short-sighted of him to be facing someone as dangerous as you, as proven as you, but to be talking about what's next, not what's now?
Určitě mě nepovažuje za nebezpečného, protože je to zkušený zápasník, ale my jsme oba dva zkušení zápasníci. To, že já mám za sebou postojářskou kariéru, neznamená, že nejsem tvrdý, ale je moje práce, abych se na to připravil. Já se na to připravím, budu se snažit trénovat prostě s nejlepšíma, co se dá, a nechci moc prozrazovat samozřejmě, stejně jako Fleury, nějaký taktiky, tohle si necháme jako překvapení do zápasu, protože si myslím, že v téhle váze je to zápas, který tady je potřeba, chybí. Jak jsem říkal, ty ostatní zápasníci jsou nudní, ale Fleury nudnej není, já nudnej taky určitě nejsem, ale rozhodně to bude zábavný.
Well, there's so much behind this fight and so much after it as well as a potential. What fashion do you have to finish this fight in to live up to the words, the statements that you made when signing that contract to enter Octagon?
I feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want. As in, I'm not going to put myself under any illusion of like, you have to finish him this way or you have to finish him this way. If I go in and show my level, people will understand. That's all that matters. And look, Dee, you're saying like, oh, well, DeeDee, he's overlooking you. He's looking at number 2. Yeah, but actually, when you fight number 1 or number 2, there's less to lose. This is a more dangerous fight. This would be a more fucked up loss for me. So actually, I see this as more difficult in my own head. I see this as something that could potentially be a huge fucking banana skin if you don't respect what it is. The guy's a world champion striker. The guy's fought in glory fucking how many times? You know, there's definitely a lot there that needs respect. But the biggest thing to me, Octagon are giving me this platform that I can go and build something special from. And I've always been the guy who's been able to do that. So if you give me this, I've always thought to myself, if somebody just gave me a chance, I could go and do something really fucking special. It feels like right now I'm getting the chance to go and do that. That's incredibly exciting. It's going to have to be one hell of a fucking man to come in and take that away from me. So Birmingham, April 20th, I'm coming to take that fucking opportunity. And it doesn't matter how I do it, but I'm going to fucking do it.
So April 20th, you will enter the UK. Have you fought in the UK before?
No, nebyl.
And does that excite you? Are you excited to perform for the English fans? And it's not home soil for Will, but it's closer than the Czech Republic. So would that be something that you would look to make a statement? You've got a huge fan base in the Czech Republic already. Would you like to extend that into the UK with a big win, a big finish over Will?
Mám rád svý fanoušky samozřejmě, ale většinu času zápasím pro sebe. Budu rád, když mi budou fandit i angličtí fanoušci. Je mi jasný, jak to tam bude, komu se bude fandit. Ale rád zápasím venku, protože není tam takový mediální tlak a víc se tam uvolním. A jsem outsider. Papírově jsem outsider. Takže, jak říkal Fleury, v tom má pravdu, vždycky ta jedna strana je to pro ně těžší a uvidíme. Nemůžu teďka říct, jestli se tam těším, netěším, prostě já teď směřuju fokusově k tomu zápasu a tam, jak se zavře kles, tak mi bude jedno, jestli jsem v O2 areně v České republice nebo jestli jsem v Anglii.
You mentioned there, I don't know whether you consider yourself the underdog in terms of the fan base Will has over in that part of the world, or skill set. Is it a case you feel like this is a mountain for you to climb with Will Fleury, and that makes you the underdog?
Yes.
A big one.
Big mountain. Yes, I am.
So you consider, and what do you think of that? Do you think he is the underdog? He should be the underdog in this fight against a man like you, a man like who's fought in those promotions before?
Yeah, obviously, but it's a 2-horse race. It's not like this is a crowning party for Will fucking Fleury. He's showing up to do a job. He's been very nice tonight. I doubt he's going to go home and think, yeah, okay, I'll show up to Birmingham and get my ass whooped in 7 weeks. That'll be great. No, he's going to go and train his balls off for 7 weeks. He's going to show up a determined motherfucker here to put me out. So, like, I'm not going to look away from that. Like, we're saying all these nice things here. Oh, yeah, great. 7 weeks' time, what happens if he catches me? Fuck. It's all over. You're fucked. Not going to let that shit happen, man. You know, complacency is the biggest fucking threat here. So, yeah, okay, obviously, like, I have a skill set and I'm fucking a level that I've gone to. But that doesn't do you any good, man, if you switch off for a second. Your gin is still a gin. Your liver is still a liver. All those things can still fuck you. So it's not like it's impossible to lose in any sense, you know. Like Manchester United get beaten by Burnley sometimes. So these things happen. You have to be super fucking aware of what those threats are going to be. And as long as you're not complacent, yeah, okay, show up, do your job. You're at that level. Good man, well done. You did it. Okay, now we can start to build. Now we can start that road to getting the show back to Dublin. You're saying like, oh, he's a star in that part of the world. You and I both know England and Ireland are the same part of the world. Yeah. There's quite a different fan base. And I think being an English guy or being an Irish guy in England and being an English guy in Ireland might not necessarily do you many favours, you know. So I'm excited to bring it back to my fans. And my fans are in Ireland. And I think if we build this the right way and I get the opportunities that I want, yeah, I'll build the card and we can bring it back to Ireland and it'll be huge because the Irish love to get behind their own, and they are. Look, you see so many examples of this. We're the best fans in the world. We get behind people. As soon as somebody starts to do well and there's a bit of a buzz, Irish people jump on and they're like, yes, this is incredible. And we're very passionate and very supportive about that sort of thing. So it's on me to go and build that and to make it that, and it can be that. And that's what's so exciting about this.
You mentioned there about ways you could possibly lose, and you almost make it sound like the only way he could possibly win is if he catches you. If you make the mistake, it's on you for him to claim the victory. Is that what you think?
It's the same for him. The only way I can win is if he fucks up. But I guarantee you he will fuck up before I will. Like, it's not like any of us are unbeatable. Everybody has a chin, everybody has a liver. Anybody can be fucked on any given night. You know, this is the nature of sport. That's why it's interesting. That's why people watch.
We've seen in your career as well, sometimes people feel like they can strike with you. Martin Zavada was ready to stand up with you, but when people get touched by you, particularly your hands, your clinch work, your knees, they change their game very, very quickly. When you're in the cage and you make that connection and you feel somebody feel that power that you deliver, what is that like? And do you feel like you'll surprise Will Fleury with that power, with your strikes?
To může překvapit každého zápasníka, který jde do zápasu a počítá s tím, že má navrch, a pak se vlastně ukáže, že až takový navrch nemá. Takže myslím si, že v tomhle zápase to nebude o chybě, ale o tom, kdo bude tvrdší prostě. Že ani jeden z nás se nedopustíme nějakou chybu, fatality, ale prostě jeden z nás časem povolí. Ale ten zápas bude bomba, prostě.
This fight is one of the most talked about because of the quality, the caliber you both bring, the danger that you both bring inside the cage. We will face you off here before we finish today, but the next time you will step in front of each other will be ahead of stepping in the cage on April 20th in Birmingham for Octagon 56. One last message for each of you to each other. DeeDee, what's your message for Will to now step away and prepare for fighting you, and what can he expect on fight night?
Já se těším na zdolání té velké hory, je to pro mě výzva a budu makat, abych tam nahoru vylez a nespad prostě. Chci zábavný fighty, chci tvrdý zápasníky proti sobě, takhle to má být, jsme oba fightři, takže jdeme do toho.
Will Fleury, you're not a man that's ever lost for words. This is your opponent, this is the debut that you wanted. In less than 7 weeks, you will step inside that cage and face off with him, looking to make your statement, looking to solidify your place, not just in this division, but in Octagon. What have you got to say before this man goes away to prepare for you?
You did a good job today putting all the pressure on me. That was smart. Now you have 7 weeks to prepare. Nobody's going to fucking think shit about you. That was a good decision. Don't get injured. Go. Do your absolute best to prepare. I look forward to the fight.
And we look forward to the fight as well. It goes down April 20th in the Resorts World Arena. Tickets available at theCicketFactory.com. We will bring these guys together for a face-off, and the next time we will see them, they will make that walk at Octagon 56, and we will find out who is the better man. Let's bring together Will Fleury and DeeDee Skvor.
I like single leg.
Yeah?
Take it down.
You're a wrestling man, are you?
I'm wrestler bad.
Let's see it. You're a tall motherfucker. I'll give you that.
Hard fight.
Good.
Okay. See you.
Thank you to both you guys.
See you.
See you in Birmingham. DeeDee Skvor versus Will Fleury.
April 20th, the Resorts World Arena in Birmingham. Tickets available now at theCicketFactory.com.